Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you for joining me on this week's episode of The Real Deal. So this week we're talking about something that's super scary, and that's credit scores. That's something that is the number one reason that clients don't reach out to me when they want to purchase a house. And when they finally do, and we talk, and I ask them, "Hey, why did it take you so long to reach out to me?" They say, "Oh, I didn't know if I could qualify because of my credit, so on and so forth." So I'm going to talk about a few of the misconceptions about credit scores, what some of the minimum credit score requirements are, and then of course some of the things that you guys can do to help improve your credit scores. So first off, some of the biggest misconceptions with the credit scores is that you have to have this phenomenal credit to be able to purchase a house. That is definitely not the case. You can purchase a house with a credit score. I've seen some as low as 550, but generally you want to be hovering at least over a 580. Even though you can purchase at a 550, usually lenders are going to ask for a little bit more money down. So definitely, try to work towards 580 or above. But that would be you supplying your own down payment. This is going through an FHA loan. Now, if you want to go with down payment assistance, for example, there's some programs that start as low as 620. Ideally, once again, you want to be around 640, 660 because that opens up a lot more opportunities. It opens up a lot more programs. But for sure, I mean, if your credit's hovering right around that low 600 mark, you can easily increase your credit score up a little bit higher so that you can take advantage of more options. But then, yes, of course, once you get into the higher credit scores, 700 plus, 800s, then you will take advantage of these absolutely low interest rates. You will take advantage of low PMI. So there is a lot of great benefits to having a great credit score. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, hey, go and just mess up your credit because it doesn't matter. No, it does matter, and it gives you more options. But at the end of the day, you can purchase a house with as low as a 550, and then obviously there's different scenarios where you might want to be higher if you want to take advantage of down payment assistance, if you want to take advantage of the low interest rates, so on and so forth. So don't let that hold you back. The number one thing that I would recommend is download Credit Karma. It's a completely free app that if you use it on the desktop, you have a bunch of different credit simulators that you can run so you can actually see and get a general idea of what it'll take to increase your credit score if you're hovering in the low 500s or obviously even lower than that. So it's a really good resource, and it's also a great resource that will allow you to monitor your credit while you're doing some of these credit repair programs or while you're working on your credit on your own. So definitely download it. It's a great software, great program, great app. Credit Karma, I love it. I've used it since I purchased my first home, and I've used it to monitor my credit since then. And that's how I found out a couple years ago, where I used to have a couple of department store credit cards that closed down because I didn't use the credit cards, and I saw that my credit score took a dip. So Credit Karma, boom, shot me an alert, and I was like, hey, what the heck's going on? I find out that a couple credit cards were closed, so then I went and had to open them back up. But it's definitely a good resource, guys. Take advantage of it. Super cool. I wish I was sponsored by them. But now let's talk about as far as the ways that I can help you, of course, with your credit to get to the point where you need to purchase a house. One of the easiest and best ways, of course, is to submit an application, right? That's the way that a lender, because a lot of times Credit Karma, even though it's a very good resource to gauge where your is at, it's not going to be the credit score that lenders use. There's definitely about 20-point difference between what you see on your Credit Karma and what your lender's going to use, right? So you want to make sure that you have an idea of what the lender has as far as your credit goes, and that way we can kind of go from there. We can build from there. The lenders that I use will set you up with a credit repair program. They'll set you up with a FICO specialist that specializes with FICO, and they'll give you a detailed plan of what you can do completely free of charge. They'll give you a detailed plan of what you can do to work on your credit, and they'll say, hey, if you do this, this, and this within 6 months, your credit will be here. If you do this within 3 weeks, your credit can be here. And that's the thing. There's some things that you can do on your credit that will jump up your credit super fast. You can dispute items that are reporting negatively on your credit that shouldn't be there. Stuff that for a fact shouldn't be there. You can obviously pay down debt if you have some funds available to reduce your utilization. That's a big thing right there. That makes up, if I'm not mistaken, 33% of your credit profile utilization alone. So if you have a couple credit cards and they're maxed out, reduce those bad boys under 30%, so that way that'll take a big jump on your credit. But anyways, you don't have to worry about that. Like I said, just have that initial application submitted so you can start that process and at least get an idea of where you're at. Another thing that you can do There's a lot of credit repair companies out there. You want to make sure that you partner with somebody that's affordable and reputable, right? I have companies that I've referred clients to in the past that are extremely affordable, some as low as $50 a month, that will help you with, disputing items that shouldn't be on your credit, or disputing late payments that shouldn't be late on your credit. These are a lot of things that people procrastinate until their lease is about to expire. They give me a call, they shoot me a text, they say, hey, I'm ready to buy. And then we find out, hey, you know what? We actually can't buy yet because of this reason or that reason. Another misconception that people have when it comes to credit, I just thought about this, is the average. So when you purchase a car, it's kind of like common knowledge. If you have bad credit and somebody with good credit goes and purchases a car with you, you're going to get a better interest rate. That's not the case with home loans, mortgages. With mortgages, they're going to take the lowest score of the two. So if you've been banking on the idea that your husband has great credit and your credit isn't as good, or vice versa, your wife has great credit and your credit's not that good, that's not going to work when you're purchasing a house. They're going to take the lowest score of the two. It's not an average. It's the lowest of the two. So if you're counting on both parties' income to purchase a house, and one of them has higher credit than the other, you're going to want to make sure that you can at least get the lower credit up to the minimum standards to be able to purchase a house. And that's a big one. A lot of clients, they come into my office and say, oh, hey, this person makes a little bit more money, but I have the better credit. Will it work? It doesn't matter. The lowest credit score is always going to be taken when you're purchasing a house. So once again, that's one of those big misconceptions that people have, that they wait and they bank on. And when it's time to purchase a house, unfortunately, they have to wait a couple months. They have to renew that lease for a couple months. At the end of the day, guys, I know it's scary and it's embarrassing because I've had bad credit at one point too, to talk about this. But at the end of the day, the only way you can fix it, the only way you can get to that point is to talk about it. The only way is just to open up about it. Talk to me, talk to my lenders. If you prefer even more, being more anonymous, talk to my lender, and then you guys can have a conversation. They can run your credit, and they can give you a plan. And I don't even have to know where your credit score is at. If you don't want me to, that's cool. That's totally fine and then understandable. Or if you prefer the other route and you're like, you know what, I'd rather just start working on my credit. I know it needs work. Let me know. I'll refer people to you that'll help you with your credit. All right, guys. But yeah, take advantage of these interest rates, guys. Give me a call, shoot me a text, drop a DM. We'll get together and start working on your guys' credit if that is what's holding you back. If that's not holding you back, then I don't know what it is. Give me a call. All right, guys, take care and have a great day. Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for stopping by and checking out my website. My name is Rio, and you are at therealdeal.com. So you guys either came to this website one of two ways. Either you guys were driving down the 101 and you guys saw one of my billboards, or you guys checked it out on an Instagram ad. This down payment program is so huge that I just had to take a billboard on it. I just had to. So what is this program? What does it entail? I'm going to give you guys a real brief description of what it is, and then I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to learn more, okay? So the program is 100% financing. That means there is no down payment. It's not down payment assistance. It's just simply, if you purchase a house for $250,000, then you get a $250,000 loan. Second, it's no PMI. That's right, no PMI. That's huge. I think that's the biggest head turner. That's why I put it on there in big bold letters. That's a really big deal. The third one that I didn't advertise because it just didn't fit was you get up to $3,500 towards your closing costs, which is also really, really big. Now, the bank that's offering this is a local bank. It's a big bank. You guys have probably driven by one of their branches a lot. And then, of course, if you guys want to learn more, check it out. Go to the contact page below. It's going to say learn more, and then just fill out your name, number, email. I'll reach out to you. We'll schedule a time to talk so that way we can go over this program from A through Z. And then if this program doesn't work out for you for whatever reason, I have a ton of programs that I could choose from and cater for you so that way we can get you into a home and take advantage of these crazy low interest rates. All right. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Take care and have a great day.